that Waka Flocka, FLOCKAVELi and all that era, and when he released that album, those were times you could never duplicate. I think he just celebrated the 10th anniversary or whatever, or 11th, 10th or 11th anniversary of FLOCKAVELi. 11 years ago. That album was epic. I remember I remember all Waka's whole story. Not his whole story, because there's so many different ins and outs, but I remember when he first came up from a Canadian perspective and sort of a Tennessee perspective. Everybody had heard there's this young boy out of Atlanta. I heard online and in school and all that in Tennessee and whatever. And then you heard about Gucci Mane. He was big in the streets. And then he just blew up. He was doing everything. And then you heard about Gucci Mane, but then you heard, there's this boy running with him now, a big time guy. He's a heavy guy named Waka Flocka or whatever. He's going to be a heavy. Everybody thought he was going to be heavy, right? Everyone thought Slim Duncan was going to be a heavy too. But Slim Duncan ended up dying. All this unfolded, you know what I mean? Over the course of a certain amount of time. But FLOCKAVELi was this super successful studio album that Waka Flocka came out with. His first studio album, I believe. And it was like everything. It had Hard in the Pain. It had all these big ones on it. And then he just did tons. Oh, you know what? We used to listen to the Brick Squad mixtapes on like Dat Piff, and there was tons of mixtapes. They were coming out with all these free mixtapes, like whole Brick Squad, and even Kibo Gotti was on some of them, and there was so many different Brick Squad mixtapes, and they were doing all these street videos, and they were putting them on YouTube and all that. But then he released that studio album, man. That studio album did very well. And he just started touring, and he just hasn't looked back since. He's one of the biggest, if not the biggest. He's one of the biggest out of Georgia, for sure. Him and Gucci Mane LaFleur and Shawty Low, but T.I. There's many people out of Georgia. So many people out of Georgia that I just couldn't name them all. But he just really got successful. And I always liked all his music and his videos. He reminds me of Jerica Erskine from Linden, Tennessee. They just had, I don't know why, they just have the same sort of personality. And he just released the new Snakes. It's like a good one. I watch it every once in a while, but it's not, Where It At used to be a good one. Love Them Gun Sounds, that was a really good one. Lots of stuff. And he's got that reality show. This one, Get Low. No Hands, everybody knows No Hands. He's got collaborations with many people. He even did collaborations with Chief Keef. You can see he's on Wild Boy with MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. He's got a lot of work. Working with Rick Ross. A lot of big records. 50K remix. He's got one, The Rooster and the Rari, with the Rooster in My Rari. That one's good. Countless Interviews. This one's good. They're all good. Even his underground stuff.
A handgun can't do it, better use a chopper. This nigga had a 30 clip and use one bullet. Next time you pull it, aim for the head. Police need a statement.
He was just a star. He was just a star when he jumped out of the gate. He was just doing it. He just had the cameras on, big time expensive cameras.
A race car driver, or help a company go electric with your CPA.
Not only big expensive cameras, but people, directors, producers, they're all dedicating time and energy. All the stuff solid, solidified. He's one of the best.
Flocka. Rolling off a beam, what's up for a nigga, try me. Mob style life, some call me John Gotti. All my niggas fellas, some niggas beat bodies. Hit it like the Red Cross if I owe you money. Jury man calling, shawty you too funny. I'm from Riverdale, so you know a nigga shiesty. Rob you for your eyes, pussy nigga, now I'm icy. Flocka, flame, bringing gangsta bag. Flocka, flame, bringing gangsta bag. Flocka, flame, bringing gangsta. A nigga shoot at me, so you know I'm shooting back. Just had guns, all white Air Ones. Niggas talking one-on-ones, ain't no fair ones. You feel me, son? I do my dog. So TTG, let's go to war. #1 video, BT.
This one's good. TTG. It stands for Train to Go. They entertain.
Who said something about rap? That nigga don't know nothing about rap, you young. Turn that shit on, man.
All my nigga TTG, they train to go shout it. Kick a door, shout it. Lay down on the floor, shout it. Train to go shout it. I'm all about that fucking bread. Run so many niggas, I got a ticket on my head. All my nigga TTG, they train to go shout it. Kick a door, shout it. Lay down on the floor, shout it. Train to go shout it. I'm all about that fucking bread. Run so many niggas, I got a ticket on my head. New boy on the block, so you know my pistol jerking. You got weeds off of bills, fucker, is you working? Bank account hurting, so you know a nigga rapping. Don't gotta jump, they finish school, so what's the option? Lay that nigga down, AKO that 40 round. Bills and weed got me higher than Bobby Brown. TTG, ho, train to go, ho. Lay down on the floor, bring it to the go, ho.
All my niggas see the train to go, shawty. I got an old 40 with like 4 bodies on it. Twerk, putting niggas in the dirt. Any means necessary, make it work. Montana got that twerk. 35 for the shirt. If you need a nigga, hit me on the